Hello everybody, hello and welcome to the stream. I was trying to get the chat all working again and doing all that sort of stuff, but the OBS actually crashed, and when OBS crashes, for some reason it crashes the game. So I hope that doesn't happen again. Like, OBS can like sort of be really freaking glitchy and just not work correctly sometimes. I don't know whether it's like because it runs in admin mode or because of the process priority or something, but yeah, so not happy about that. So in the previous part of the murder mystery Agatha Christie's Orient Express, we did the tutorial part where we were finding that guy's ticket. In the later part, we were on the we had to sort out the storage containments and whatnot and spy on people and listen to what they were saying. And then once we got on the train, we had to do something to do with someone's recipe as well. So we had a recipe thing to deal with. So Sammy G is here. We've recapped a little bit of what we did in the previous episode. I've got the game already loaded up and ready to go. I've also got a face cam on at the minute. You can hear the audio, right? I was going to say, what the fuck happened with the audio? I was like, oh, here we go. What's the new issue to deal with here? Let me just check everything's on correctly. Yeah, we're all good. So the last things that we did, we did some clove oil for a guy suffering with toothache, and then we questioned this guy who's his secretary, and I don't know if we found much more information, but there is a couple. Did we check out this? Time to die. Yeah, that was the letter that you got. Did you? I take it you saw all up to this part, Sam. I'm not actually sure what to do now because this is like straight after what we were doing last time, and I can't actually remember what it was. Maybe we go out of the train. Yeah, we're done with the inside. Let's get out.
Trapped because of the avalanche. Hopefully not for too long.
Maybe would the train, like the heat of the train, like warm up the snow? Or maybe you could use some hot coals. Like, I mean, this is probably a bad idea, but what if you got hot coals from the train engine or wherever they are? I don't actually know where they are. I'm guessing I think this is a steam train. And then you put all the hot coals where the snow is and just like melt it that way. I'm probably talking complete shit, but I thought that would have been good. And Sam did say, okay. So what is the object? I don't even know if there's like the hypothesis of the night of the crime. Ratchet takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. He kills him with the gun and hides it under his pillow. He didn't kill him with the gun. He didn't kill him with the gun. So where the hell does this come from? He kills him with the gun and hides it under his pillow. Or does he mean the murderer kills? Does he mean Ratchet kills the murderer with the gun and hides it under his pillow? How does... He disguises the crime as a crime of passion with a knife. He waits for Mr. Michael to break to leave the room. What? No, there's no way that's the correct one. Okay, I was going to say, I was like, that's not true. Ratchet takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. These are multiple hypotheses what to choose for. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, what the fuck? Like, there's no way. Ratchet takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. He stabs him with a knife. That's correct. He calls Mr. Michael to make believe that Ratchet is alive. I believe that as well. He opens the window to escape, but the train is stuck in the snow. Still don't get why he couldn't have jumped out. If it's stuck, he would have been able to jump out. He waits for Mr. Michael to take a break to leave the room. Well, this is the most likely one for now. And then we've got Ratchet takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters the room. He stabs him with the knife. He calls Mr. Michael to pretend that Ratchet is alive. He opens the window and flees. Yeah, I'm going to say this one.
I do not think that's the right answer.
Apparently that's not the right answer. Guess we'll go with this one then.
Et voila.
I don't know. I would have thought he would have been able to get out because the train was stuck in snow. It's not moving. He'd be able to climb out the window, right? Is Mr. McQueen a suspect? Is Mr. Mr. Masterman a suspect? Is Mrs. Hubbard a suspect? Is Michael a suspect? I'm going to just say they're all a suspect. How about that? I'm going to put every single one of them as a suspect.
Direction looks promising.
This is so like nerdy, isn't it? Just put everyone as a... Yes, you're all fucking suspects. Because that's what they are. They're all suspects. If you cannot find who has done it, then they're all going to be suspects because it's got to be one of them. So okay, now what do we do? Here are all the profiles that we've got to look through. I guess we'll look through all of them when we confirm that we've talked to everyone. I think there's still a couple more people. Are we not spoke to this person yet? Room 105. Okay. Well, we can't go in there, so that's the end of that, really, isn't it? Trying to fucking get in there. I guess we have to go talk with people now. This is my room, isn't it? A bit quiet. Hang on, let me just turn this up because it's just a little bit quiet for me.
The mustache comb to tame unruly nuts.
That's why we rock such a... I bet you he has like an absolute immaculate mustache kit to keep... Look at this stash, look. Look how immaculate that stash is. The hell are these, chopsticks? The fuck is this?
The finest of curling.
Oh, they
iron.
curl the mustache. Curling irons. Didn't even know they existed. Wax, mustache wax. Like I was saying, look at all this stuff he's got.
To preserve the perfect symmetry of the mustache.
This guy's voice is great. The mustache preserves a mustache. I feel like I'm kind of lost and I have no idea what to do. Like who I'm supposed to be speaking to. Oh my god, he's still dead. He's still dead, guys. He's still not alive. What is he actually doing? What's this guy doing? It looks really ominous, like he's bending forward in his crotch. Like, yeah. So let's get in there. That's just weird. Yeah, I still don't know if we have to go back and talk to people we've already talked to. I should report... Okay, so we've got to go talk to the Buke guy. Which is what I thought anyway. I'm not going over there. The door's here. Am I fucking blind? Thank God I figured out that you can actually walk quicker. We probably could have shaved off like 20 minutes of time in the previous part. Here he is.
So, my friend, have you found our killer?
Does it look like I fucking found him?
But I will tell you what I have learned.
Please.
Our assassin could have gotten on the train at Vinkovsky disguised as a conductor, entered Ratchet's room and killed him. Then he walked out through Madame Hubbard's connecting door, where he lost a button from his jacket. He had to wait for Monsieur Michel to be absent. He waited too long. The train had left the station.
He was trapped aboard.
Indeed. He had opened the window to make it look that he'd escaped that way. However, if he waited until the train stopped again due to snow, his footprints would have been found.
That's a good point about the footprints.
The murderer is still...
But then they could have been covered anyway.
The train.
There's a problem with the second-class toilets.
What now?
All morning passengers have been complaining that the door is locked. So I went to check. I knocked, but no one answered. I didn't think I should open it without...
Somebody else been murdered now?
You did well, Monsieur Michel. Lead the way.
Excuse me. What a fine gentleman indeed, Sam.
I used my master key.
Someone else dead?
But who is she? Is she alive?
Oh, it's that girl.
Then if
It's the
she's
girl.
dead, isn't she our murderer?
That, my friend, is what we must find out.
She ate that fucking dessert that we had. You know, the recipe? It's just fucked her up and she's got, like, gutsache. She's just got rage and stomachache. Is she dead? No, she's moving. Yeah, look. She could still be warm. She could still be warm, guys. Just saying. Second class. So she's got the ticket. So she's got the ticket as well. Istanbul, Paris. So that is her ticket, Joanna Locke.
The ticket reads Joanna Locke, traveling in compartment 105.
That is indeed. That is her, yeah. I was just saying about that on the character biography when we were looking at it, and I'm like, we haven't met this woman yet.
Miss, can you hear me?
No, I'm dead.
She's breathing. Her pulse is strong. There is no sign of physical violence. This woman is sleeping very soundly.
Ominous the way he spoke about that, wasn't it? Like she's sleeping very soundly. What a fine gentleman I am indeed. Roommate, question her, she's alive. Well, yeah, first of all, she's alive.
This woman is sound asleep. Given her location, I would say she has been
Sleeping tablets.
deposited here.
Well, at least it's not another murder on my train.
Roommate.
The train is, of course, full.
Monsieur,
Might move this back a little bit.
Hildegard Schmidt shares her compartment.
I will want to talk to her later. For now, we will concentrate on this mysterious young lady. Let's return her to her more comfortable bed.
Yes, let's get her to bed.
Pierre,
Let's get her returned to bed.
the doctor.
Yes, sir.
I will question her when she wakes up.
I will wait in her room while I wait for her to wake up to question her. So the first thing she sees will be my face.
Mademoiselle Locke's compartment is 105. I suggest we return her to her more comfortable bed.
Yes, hopefully she will awaken soon.
Imagine the plot twist that we actually are the murderer. Imagine that as a plot twist. We are the murderer. I mean, look how menacing I look. Could very well be, couldn't it? Why did I want to be on this train? Imagine that. Why are you standing there? Get out. Get out. I'm going to question this young lady in my time. Alone time. Yeah, you can keep staring at me with your arms folded, your b-boy stance. I can't even get out, actually. His mustache is the case. It could be. He may have mistreated his mustache one time and it went rogue. That looks disgusting, doesn't it? It looks like fucking spunk. Like someone spermed in this cup. That is absolutely disgusting. Now, most likely that's the sleeping tablets. I have a feeling that's going to be the sleeping tablet mixture. But who would have done that? And why would they have done that?
A cup of tea with white residue at the bottom.
Is that Moby Dick? It is actually Moby Dick. Wait, did she write that? That straight up says Moby Dick. That straight up says it. So it's not. I don't know if Moby Dick's a copyrighted thing or not. Or maybe Agatha Christie wrote Moby Dick as well. I don't know anything about it other than so. As a kid, I thought it was about a dick, and then I realised it was about a whale. Suitcase. Walking around is a bit clunky when you're in a tight environment. I don't think you can adjust the camera FOV. So I've pulled that down off the unit. I've got two options. Got to open the case. There's just more clothes inside. Jacket with it. Wait, the buttons. The buttons. Remember there was a button missing. Yeah, there's the button. There's the button missing.
A briefcase and a wagon-lit conductor's jacket. And the button is missing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're a bit closer, I guess. How are we going to figure out what this fucking code is? Or maybe we have to question her. Maybe, but this game, like in real life, I would wake her up and say, "What the fuck's this combination to this?" Do you know what I mean? But now I'm gonna have to try and work out what the fucking combination is. I actually don't understand. Wait, hang on. Maybe let's review the case. Maybe the case. Maybe I can't. Maybe that's all we've got. Looks like it'll be another case of looking up what this fucking case code is. It's ridiculous that they expect you to just guess this shit. Can I speak to him? No. Can I wake her up? No. I don't think there's anything that helps me know what is in this case. What the case code is. Wait, hang on a minute. You see the white circle? You see that?
Poirot, I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now. But of course you know what you're doing. It is booby-trapped, is it? Have you tried 0000?
Why is he...
tried 1, 2, 3, 4?
Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to concentrate, man!
Any luck so far? Poirot, what if the...
What is this shit about?
Booby-trapped. We really need to find...
So Sam says the code... Well, I got 2 so far. 8, 6. So I got those correct. So I was obviously doing something right. And then you said 2 for... What's when it said... When I get it to 2... What does it do? Like...
Have you tried 1, 2, 3?
Shut
4?
up.
Have you tried 0000?
But how the fuck would I... How the hell would I know?
I can ask Jean to make sure.
But these 2, yeah. But this one doesn't... Because he keeps
I
talking.
never remember my passwords, so I make them easy
4,
ones.
and the next one's 4. What gives that away?
Poirot, any luck so
I
far?
worked out the first 2.
Poirot, I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now.
And then 9.
What if the briefcase...
I have no idea how you're supposed to work that out while he's talking and the circle is going fucking crazy. The first 2, unless that was glitched, the first 2, it let me know. The guy will talk a lot, but there's to be some clicking or whatever, you get it right. But I couldn't even hear the clicking. The first 2 numbers, it would click and you would see the bar move. So I knew I got the first 2 correct. And then the fucker started talking, so I couldn't fucking do the rest of it. Fucking idiot. What's his fucking problem? I might fucking kill him, really. Well, this is creepy, isn't it? So we've got a picture of this is the girl. He has that letter. And he has that picture of that cat. Unless this is his daughter or something.
The stuffed animal is the same as in the photo found at the crime scene.
What a coincidence.
Mademoiselle Locke appears to have been investigating Monsieur Ratchet.
So he was wanted by the police, wasn't he, or something? He was wanted for some reason.
Mademoiselle Locke seems very interested in our victim.
Of course. She has studied her target.
Possibly.
Is she a detective? Is that what she was following? She was watching him from the wall. If you remember, when we were listening in before we boarded the train, there was that girl and she was staring at them 2. So maybe she's just a detective, an undercover detective, and she's got nothing to do with the murder. I'm going to go with that one for the moment.
This badge says that Joanna Locke is an American detective.
Yeah, it makes no sense why she'd try and kill him then.
Department in Massachusetts.
An American police
The whole point of
officer?
being a police officer is to arrest somebody or capture someone. So it doesn't really seem, you know, would a police officer who's undergo stab someone to death when they've got a gun here as well and whatnot? It just doesn't make sense. At least we found out more information about it. I wonder if any of this information is correct. It expires 2026. The license expires 2026. It's kind of sick that we're playing this during the time where it's all taking place. It's kind of sick. Well, we're 1 year in. We're in 2024, but
Her driver's license confirms her identity. She is American.
These are fake IDs. It's certain.
yeah, maybe she's a fake police. Maybe she's not really a police officer. Maybe the ID is fake. You know, she's got also the conductor's clothes in her bag, so it's more than possible that she is actually the murderer, and she's just going to pretend that she's a police officer, or she uses all these disguises to get close to the target that she was after. Could be a thing. But I don't know, because having a gun, I don't think would have been easy to get hold of this. Maybe it's America or whatever, innit?
Come, Poirot. Criminals are often known to carry one.
Ratchet was stabbed, not shot.
Yeah.
Then why take it on the train?
Well, it could be for our own protection as well.
She's waking up.
Thanks to you, I would not be surprised if our murder victim were also waking up.
What?
Murder victim.
Oh, my head. What's all the yelling about?
Who are you? Give me a good reason why you should not be in handcuffs.
I can give you a reason, Book. Whose handcuffs will we use? I have none. Do you?
Yeah, good point. Even if we find the murderer, what can we do with them? Oh yeah, you're the murderer. Oh well then.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes, Joanna Locke. I'm a detective. Berkshire, Massachusetts police.
It's like she forgot who she was.
Mademoiselle.
And I know who you are, Mr. Poirot.
Then, if the introductions are complete, perhaps the explanations may begin.
Here we go.
I'll try. It's simple, really. I'm on the trail of a murderer.
What the hell's hap? Are we now? What is this? Are we now going to be playing as the woman? Are we playing as this young woman now? And we're going to be doing an investigation. I mean, I don't mind that. I don't mind that as long as that doesn't overstay its welcome. I was kind of enjoying just playing as the detective and seeing everything from his side of it. So it's possible now we're heading into chapter 3. And chapter 3 is going to be... Thank you for the code, by the way, Sam. I don't know how I'd be able to have figured that out without you. So I very much appreciate it. Because I'd have to like tab out the game. I'd have to look it up and shit. It's so fucking annoying. And maybe there would have been a hint, actually. There was probably a hint thing I could have popped up on the screen. And I didn't use it because I got the first 2 correct. But the fact he started talking messed that shit up. So I don't understand why they make it harder than it needs to be. And I don't understand why I couldn't just wait for her to wake up and then just open up the case. If she doesn't want to open up the case, she has her right. The problem with that is obviously she has every right to decline opening the case because you need a warrant for it. Yeah, so we're going to be playing Armstrong Manor, 2019, March 29th.
Armstrong was kidnapped.
6
The
p.m.
Armstrongs were desperate for some sign of hope. I was there only for paperwork, to fill in some blanks.
The Daisy Armstrong kidnapping. So this little girl, Daisy, was kidnapped.
I should go through the case file one more time.
So I can't even get out the car. From what they said on the site, there wasn't any clues for you to find the code either. For Christ's sake. So there wasn't I couldn't even get a clue if I wanted to. Daisy Armstrong, a 3-year-old girl, daughter of John and Sonia Armstrong. Victim was taken sometime on the evening of February the 24th, 2019. The abduction took place at the Armstrong residence where a reception was being held. Mrs. Moryu, I think that's how you say it, or Miss Moryu, Daisy's nanny, discovered the child's disappearance at approximately 10:45. Man, that's fucked up. A ladder was found outside the child's bedroom window. Why would you not remove... I mean, I don't know why I'm trying to cover for a child kidnapper, but why would you not remove the ladder? Like, just move it and just chuck it somewhere. They mention how the guy would talk a lot as well. You could tell to be... which you could tell to be quiet if you were trying to guess the code. Oh. So you could exit out the case and go, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to think. Okay. The window, usually locked from the inside, was found open. Four-wheel drive tracks were found in the woods near the house, but no party guest drove a 4x4. Case solved. We say don't mention either. Yeah, of course they don't. Of course they don't. This is fucked up as well. Have 1,000 read in 2 to 3 days. We will inform you where to deliver the money. We caution you not to go to the public or talk to the police. The child is in safe hand. Not even safe hand, just hand. The child is in safe hand. After law enforcement protocols were in place, the Armstrongs followed the ransom demand instructions and paid the $1 million on March the 1st, 2019. So she was missing a month, I think. Since then, there has been no further communication from the kidnappers, and the little girl Daisy has not been returned. The investigation is ongoing. How sick can you be to kidnap a child, ask for a ransom from the family, get the money, and then not give the child back? John Armstrong, age 38, he was a retired colonel of the British Armed Forces. Statement: we were hosting a social event to raise money for a local museum. There were many people, and some of them total strangers to us, and we were all very busy. Then we heard Suzanne, Daisy's nanny, screaming. It must have been 10:45 or 10:50. My wife and I went upstairs to Daisy's room. Suzanne was crying hysterically. Daisy was no longer in her bed, and on her pillow was a ransom note. I can't even imagine the fear of a parent hearing their child scream, go up, they're missing, and then find a ransom note. Can you imagine the fear of that? And the fear of having to pay that? That's not funny. The fear of paying that 1 million. Oh, I could so easily make another child. But no, I'm going to have to pay 1 million for this child. I am so fucking sick in the head. I wouldn't be like that. I'm just messing around. Statement: the last time I saw Daisy was about 10:30 p.m. when I went up to check on her in her room. Now I'm laughing and smiling while I'm reading this because of that stupid joke. I noticed Suzanne was not around, but Daisy was sleeping peacefully. I stayed with her for 10 minutes or so. I assumed Suzanne will return, so I rejoined the party. And then there was apparently a computer input error with deposition to be retaken. Telephone records for the day of the abduction.
The phone record of the night of the kidnapping. The last call was for 911. That's why I'm here. A damn computer glitch, or somebody pushed delete instead of save. Whatever happened, we lost the nanny's deposition. So my entire contribution to the investigation...
Sounds like corruption. There's no way you'd get an error like that.
I can't imagine the pain her parents felt when they realized Daisy was gone. How are they going to feel when they realize I have no answers for them? Only more questions. How could the child be taken with so many people in the house? The misspellings are clearly on purpose, and they didn't return the child when the ransom was paid. The crime was audacious. How could the kidnapper know which was the window of Daisy's room? No, they could use a ladder to reach it, and no, they could enter the room without being seen.
What if the family also planned this? But I don't know, because they paid the ransom, so... Nah, maybe not yet. That's a bit of a jump.
The investigation is now part of a pile of investigations, and my captain sent me here just to dot some I's and cross some T's.
Brilliant. This has just reminded me of something. Me and Sam were watching these videos where they rescue, well, they don't rescue, but they pull bodies out of cars that have sunk to the bottom of lakes and ponds and that. And I think they're called Exploring with Nug and similar channels like that. And one of the things me and Sam noticed was how quick some random YouTubers can find missing people that have been missing for 30 years. All they do, random YouTubers, go do some sonaring, go and explore the pond, and then they find people that have been missing for 30 years that they're dead. You know, women, children, whole families sometimes that have, like, either they've suicided, crashed. And an annoying thing is, what happens is the metal gates, they get crashed into, a car goes through them, goes into the lake, and then they just repair the gates. They don't even seem to think, why is the gate broken? If you think about it, the gate is broken because of a car's ploughed into it. Okay, well, where's the car? The car's in the lake. But they don't, and then they just rebuild the gate, and then the family or whoever's still dead at the bottom of the lake. And then you get these idiot detectives get pissed off because they're getting shown up for the morons that they are, because all they do is sit all day. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because they just sit all day doing nothing. Cases pile up. Then they act like they can never solve them because it's just endless money. Endless cases to solve equals you having a job, doesn't it? If you solve all the cases, you've got no job. I guess you could say if the pay is really good, like the more cases you solve, the more payment you get. You're more ranking, the rank you get. If you don't solve any cases, you get fired. I don't know. I don't know if that system exists. But it annoys me because in real life, you do have all these children going missing. I think there's 460,000 children a year. This is real. 460,000 children a year in America go missing. Where do they go? How do 460,000? By the way, I can provide you the stats of this. It's on the missing children's database. I actually looked it up this morning. We in the UK, we have 100,000 children go missing a year. Where do they go? How do they go missing? Especially in England, like we're on an island. Where the fuck do 100,000 children a year disappear to? So it's obviously like government corruption, elite corruption. The police are involved, courts, judges, they're all fucking in on it. I know that this is crazy, I'm bringing all this up, but it's stuff like this. Even though it's a video game, this stuff fucking exists where cases pile up. They don't do anything about them. They never solve them. And then random YouTubers come along for a video and then find like hundreds of people that have been missing that have not been solved, unsolved cases. It just pisses me the fuck off. It really does. If you couldn't tell, I'm very passionate about the subject. Massachusetts, I can't even say that. I know what it says. It includes national and state roads, rivers, lakes, bodies of water. So am I meant to be... This is 2018 edition.
A topographical map. Often more important than a road map in these mountains.
I want the 2024 edition. Can I get out? Can I get out now? Thank God. Get claustrophobic in that. Getting ranty. So we're playing as the woman like I thought. Feels a bit weird, to be honest. Oh, she's young. Look, she's young. She can run. Whoa, she can run. The mustache holds our character down. He can't run because it's too heavy. Let's actually have a look at this building, because I bet Sam, you could make something like this in Minecraft. I bet you could just replicate this. Fucking love shit like this. This is a fucking nice house, actually. Yeah, if you're gonna kidnap a child, probably go to a like this, because you're definitely gonna get the ransom. It's fucked up, but I bet you would. This is the dad, isn't it?
Good evening. Colonel Armstrong?
Yes. You're the detective they phoned about.
Joanna Locke.
I don't remember you.
I'm newly assigned to the case.
It's about time more detectives were involved. My wife, Sonia, she hasn't been herself. Every day...
Well, no shit.
For us. Tell me you've uncovered something new.
I'm here to speak to your daughter's nanny. There was a computer problem. Her earlier statement has been lost.
Oh, I see. We had hoped... Well, do as you wish. I won't be far if you need me.
Yeah, take screenshots of the house and build it. Just give me a sec. I'm going to check what that is. Hold up. That is the neighbours. I wondered who that was. I was thinking it could be a delivery or something. No, it's the neighbours. Yeah, it could take screenshots of it and build the house. I mean, that is possible. That is possible. I mean, I feel like houses like this with all these glass windows, I don't know why, I feel like it's very unsafe. Someone could just, unless these are bulletproof, like really expensive, someone could just smash through these super easy. On top of that, if I'm sitting here, I bet you the sun would beam through and make me really hot, or you'd get sunburn. So I don't understand why rich people have these like glass, like I don't even know if you could do that in Minecraft. I mean, you might be able to if they have glass. I know they have glass planes and that a lot. I can just look back on the live stream to build it at some point. Yeah, I mean, as I'm going through, I mean, maybe there's a video you could watch on YouTube of someone properly walking through this or whatever. Or if you really want to, you do want to build it, I'll just come on and I'll walk through it, and then you can get like, you know, like I could do it like this. So you can get a real good view of everything. And then if anyone's ever interested, you could ask Sam in the future for the Minecraft. I don't know, it might be made on the realms actually, so I'm not sure how that would work. But yeah, you could. I'll send pictures to you if anyone cares. If we do this, yeah, I could send pictures of it if anyone gives a shit about what we're talking about. They've not been watered. They're all dead.
What a dear child.
Yeah, she is quite cute.
Sympathy
Sad.
and support for the Armstrong family during this difficult time. Thoughtful, but never enough.
The thing is, though, is she dead? Like, is she actually dead? Because, like, giving people flowers for a child, like, it's like, oh, I'd hate it. Like, my child's missing and everyone's just giving me flowers as if she's dead already. You know, it's horrible. It's like, no, I want to know if she's fucking alive, you know? I love trees like this. What do you think of trees like this, Sam? I think these are Oriental trees. Really nice with the sun coming through it. I would have to make a tutorial for them to build it. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea actually, because Sam did. If people don't know, I think Sam has them on his channel. Sam did house flipper live streams or tutorials or videos. If they're still on there, and I might be making all this up, but yeah, you can go watch those. Little shout out to Sammy G. He is good at stuff like that. He's very good at building stuff on Minecraft, I can tell you that.
A fairy tale became a nightmare.
How are you? Yeah, we'll ask how he is first.
How are you doing? Are you holding up?
You know, in the military, you're supposed to have the stiffest of upper lips. The Desert War taught me that soon enough. But this, it's difficult. Damned difficult. Harder on my good lady, of course.
Do you know where I can find Miss Moreau?
Oh, she could be
Her
upstairs.
room is upstairs across the hall from Daisy's. She seldom leaves it.
I won't be long.
Take whatever time you need.
Don't worry, I'm doing that. Literally, I've walked in here, and the first thing I've said is, I don't like your windows. The sun beams through and it's going to make me too hot. And then I'm going to literally copy your house into Minecraft. I'm going to take my time. Don't you worry about it. I'm going to take my fucking time. I'm going to investigate shit. What is that? Oh man, look at this fireplace, look. That's fucking sick. We've got, well, we probably could have had a fireplace like that. It's all fucking filled in. I don't know why, but the government here filled in everyone's fireplaces in the UK. I'm convinced they did it on purpose, probably for one of their agendas that they have, that they think about 50 years in the future. But it's so annoying because birds go down. I can hear birds trapped in it getting killed. It's horrible. You can hear like animals dying. Like literally there's nothing you can do. I have heard all sorts of animals stuck inside the chimney dying, and it takes days for them to die. It's horrible. You can hear them banging around and crashing inside the chimney. It's fucking horrible. And I can't get to them to save them. There's nothing I can do because it's all filled in, but it's not filled enough to do anything. I have them unlisted for the live stream where there is like 1 or 2 house flipper vids that I've done. Okay, so the house flipper vids are public, but the live streams are unlisted. Okay. I can't get past there. What's this shit? Yeah, I think I've just said about this, but I love Oriental trees like this. Asian Orient. I think it's an Oriental tree. If anybody knows what type of tree that is, please let me know. Because I want to get one of them for my garden in real life. And if anyone cares, I'll send you a picture of it. This music reminds me of Dexter a little bit. Like from what I can hear of it. I mean, these stairs. See what I mean? Like you got. I feel like I would be on edge living in like the sharp blades of glass. I mean, like, how can you even see properly? Look, how can you even see the glass properly? You would think that you could just walk off the edge. I would not want my house designed like this. I don't know why rich people think this stuff's cool. It is kind of cool. I'm not here to slag it off, but I wouldn't want it in mine. The marble flooring is cool, but I bet that's really loud to walk on, and I bet it's cold as well. I bet it's fucking freezing cold to walk on. The wooden stairs will be quite nice. Yeah, I like the wooden oak stairs. Don't know whose room's whose. Is this Daisy's room? There's a pussy on the bed. Is this the woman? I'm not going to talk to you. I'll talk to her first. It's rude.
Are you Suzanne Moreau, Daisy's nanny?
Yes?
I'm Joanna
Yes.
Locke, a detective working on Daisy's case.
Is there any news?
I'm afraid not.
How can I help you?
I'm really sorry. I'm afraid I have to take your statement again concerning the evening of Daisy's disappearance. There was a computer problem. Your statement was accidentally deleted.
Of course. I want to help any way I can.
I feel like the voice acting and the scripting has took a bit of a nosedive around this bit. I don't know why, but it feels as if like this was all recorded differently to the other stuff. Like the stuff of our main character is done really well and professional. Whenever these lot are talking, it sounds like really weird and disjointed. It's like the developers fucked up this part. I wouldn't like the windows that house has. Seems to explain. Yeah, exactly, Sam. Like, people can look at me, people can smash them. No matter they fucking kidnap the child, they can probably literally see her sleeping in her bed from like a mile away. It's just fucking stupid. But here's the thing, having that many windows, this is what I would be thinking. Okay, you've got this many windows, why couldn't you see your daughter being kidnapped? Summary of the night of the kidnapping.
Tell me about that night in your own words.
My fucking back.
Armstrongs at the party. To raise money for a museum, I think. Mrs. Armstrong is on their board. I was in charge of Daisy. I stayed with the little one all evening.
She's French, isn't she?
Reading books to her.
Pissing me off.
She couldn't sleep with all the noise and the comings and goings.
The moment of Daisy's abduction. Why does she have to be called Daisy as well? Like, of all the names that she could be given, it's such a typical little girl name to be kidnapped, isn't it?
When did you notice Daisy was missing?
I was only gone 5 minutes to phone my mother. She's in the hospital. When I returned, Daisy wasn't in her bed. I thought she might have gone to look at the party, but then...
Sounds like Widowmaker.
On her pillow. I screamed and screamed. I couldn't stop.
Does the screaming help, though? Does the screaming only helps if she's being kidnapped and you're witnessing it, or if you're being raped or killed or something? Yeah, then scream and scream. What good does it do to, like, scream a ransom note when she's probably already been missing for a couple of hours? I don't get it. Like, women or people that do things like that, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, you can be so scared, I guess, that you can't help but scream. But I don't see, like, how that helps anything. Like, the first thing you should do, oh, she's kidnapped, quickly ring the police, not scream at a ransom note.
Did you notice anything unusual before that?
I was with Daisy all evening. Finally, she fell asleep. I didn't see anyone else or notice anything in particular.
Kidnapper identity. Come on, there's so many windows. Surely you saw something.
Do you have any idea who did this?
No! I can't see who could have done such a horrible thing. The Armstrongs are such good people. Like my own family.
Thank you for giving me your statement again. I'll get back to you if I have any questions.
I won't be far.
Okay.
A nice white family. Have their daughter kidnapped.
But her answers need some checking.
There we go. I've got to check this shit now. At least they've reset all this so I don't have to look at all that crazy stuff on the train bit. You know. The Armstrongs hosted a party to raise money for a museum, I think. Mrs. Armstrong is on their board, as usual for events like this. I was in charge of Daisy. Oh, that's her statement. I stayed with the nanny statement. I stayed with her, the little one, all evening, playing with her and reading her books to sleep. She had trouble getting to sleep with all the commotion. Yeah, being kidnapped probably would make it be difficult to sleep. Select one element which does not match Miss Morew's testimony about her phone call. The last time I saw Daisy was about 10:30 PM when I went up to check her in her room. I noticed Suzanne was not around, but Daisy was sleeping peacefully. I stayed with her for 10 minutes or so. I assume Suzanne will return soon, so I rejoined the party. She said stayed with her all evening, but she said she only stayed with her 10 minutes.
This information does not correspond to what Suzanne told me. Suzanne said she left Daisy alone for 5 minutes, but Mrs. Armstrong says she stayed with Daisy for a while and Suzanne did not return. Hey, I'm a pretty good detective after all.
Me. Cross-check the stories. The accounts given by Mrs. Armstrong and Miss Moore do not match perfectly. I have to check. The accounts given by two women diverge regarding the amount of time Mrs. Moore was gone from Daisy's room. No shit. So let's question her again then. I'll look at this painting. I feel like I haven't looked around the room yet. Maybe I'm gonna look around the room now.
Lyon. In France. What a lovely looking city.
France used to be lovely. It's now turned to shit like everywhere else.
A toy train. Now here I am on a real one.
Well, you're not on their current... Well, are you? Are you on there right now? Are we in some simulation? What the fuck? Pussycat. Aw, Nina. Hello, pal. That is him. That is literally him now. He just sits there. Okay, so... Have we looked around the room? We saw everything? Yeah, let's go... I think there was another door we can open around the corner. Let's go do that. Probably have to also check with the dad again. This... I thought she was naked or something, and I was like, what the fuck? Is she pregnant again? So, already replacing the missing child, I see.
Mrs. Armstrong, my name is Joanna Locke. I'm a detective investigating the kidnapping of your daughter. May I talk to you? When is your baby due? Mrs. Armstrong? Sonia?
Creepy.
I don't want to talk. I just want to see my daughter.
Then
again.
talking will
That's
fucking help
all
you.
that matters.
Man, I'd be such an Aggie fucking detective. I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you don't want to talk, but you want to find her. I'm a detective. Fucking talk to me so I can help find her. Are people so thick or something? Select an element in the file which can comfort Mrs. Armstrong. I don't care to comfort her. How about that? I don't think that's going to have comfort her. That's literally the same information. What information here comforts her? That it's all sad shit. The ransom. The ransom, I guess, because she paid it and she hasn't been returned.
Nothing shocks me here. Everything looks okay here.
I guess it was the first one.
Score. 1 for the good.
Mrs. Armstrong? Let me
Showing her a picture of her missing daughter will comfort her.
I miss her so much. How good it is to see her face.
Seriously? That works?
you're feeling right now.
Note to selves, everyone. When you need something, just show a picture of someone that's missing and that'll make them feel comforted.
The kidnappers took it as well. They didn't have to. That means they wouldn't hurt her, doesn't it?
Every lead will be followed up.
You've paid the ransom. Most likely she's in McDonald's meat now.
Shouldn't lose hope. Somehow.
I know it isn't my case, but I just made a promise, and I mean to keep it.
It always would concern me. Do detectives actually want to solve the case because they really want to solve it, because they feel bad that your child has been stolen, they want to see your child return? Or do these detectives only just care about their job, money, fame, notoriety? I think if I was a detective, I would be the type of detective that really took every case. I would probably only take cases that were serious. I wouldn't want to take stupid cases. I would want to take really important ones like this. And I would definitely care a lot to try and do my absolute best for the people that are missing their child or whatever. Or not just that, but like murders and whatnot. I do think I'd be good at it. Confirm Mrs. Moyu's word. Well, there's 2.
Do you know where I can find Miss Moreau?
She's in her room. Last door on the left.
Well, I've just spoke to her.
Tell me about the night Daisy was taken, especially anything about your daughter and Suzanne Moreau.
Apart from seeing to our guests, I took a moment to check on Suzanne and Daisy in Daisy's room. Suzanne wasn't there, but Daisy was asleep. I sat with her for 10 minutes or so. Suzanne didn't return while I was there, but there's no reason for her to sit there all night when...
Then why is she saying she was there all night if she wasn't? So...
May I come back? If I have more questions?
Of course. Anything I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, like, the fact that your nanny could be involved, don't you think you'd want to check that out? I was only gone 5 minutes to phone my mother. She's in hospital. When I returned, Daisy wasn't in her bed. I thought she may have gone to look at the party, but then I saw the ransom note on her pillow and I screamed and screamed and I couldn't stop. See, that, to me, a select element which doesn't match with Mrs. Moreau said in her testimony about her phone call. When does it say that she called? John Armstrong called at 10:50 to 11. She called two times. She called 2 times. It goes up. I don't know. This doesn't make sense either. How do I'm just going to click a random one.
That is not exactly what Suzanne told me earlier. Suzanne was on the phone more than 5 minutes.
I got the right one. No idea what I was looking at, to be honest. I thought I sort of got it, but not really. Right, let's confront her about this testimony and maybe speak to her real quick. Nope.
A toy castle. When I was a kid, I had a police station and a tiny squad car with a siren that really worked.
She's a tomboy then, I take it. Yeah, you got girly girls and you got tomboys, and then parents for some reason think that their child wants to be transgender and they cut their dicks off. There you go. A little bit of a trauma dump for you. Confirm with this testimony.
If I understand you correctly, you left Daisy when she was not asleep?
The party was very loud. Daisy was too wound up to sleep. I read her a Motley Mule detective story to try and put her to sleep. Daisy finally fell asleep.
I don't know if I could fall asleep hearing French people speaking to me. I really don't.
I was reading her. I had to make a quick phone call. No more than 5 minutes. But when I came back, Daisy was gone.
The party was loud. Daisy was too wound up to sleep. That seems a bit weird. I read her the Motley Mule detective story to put her to sleep, but you said that you were only here for Did she read that in 10 minutes? Daisy finally fell asleep right before Motley Mule solved his case in the book I was reading her. I had to make a quick phone call, no more than 5 minutes. When I came back, Daisy was gone. I don't think that's correct either.
Are you sure you were only gone for 5 minutes?
5, 6, what does it matter? It was very quick.
What you're telling me doesn't really agree with what Mrs. Armstrong says.
Mrs. Armstrong must have looked in right after I'd left.
That's how it could have happened. But the timing of the kidnapping had to be so precise. How could it be? I need to find something more concrete.
You say you were only away 5 or 6 minutes, but Mrs. Armstrong says she was alone there more like 10 minutes. And the phone record shows that you stayed on the call for more than 30 minutes, way longer than you said.
My mother is extremely ill. It's difficult for me. I may have lost track of time. When I came back, Daisy had disappeared. It must have been a coincidence.
You have to be precise, Suzanne. A little girl's life is at stake.
Why are you doing this? I didn't do anything wrong. I would never hurt Daisy.
I need to check Suzanne's story. She's panicking. Why now? What is she afraid of?
Well, to be fair, she's panicking because you're accusing her of
Let's see if the Armstrongs can confirm what Suzanne told me.
lying about the time she was away. So of course she's gonna fucking start panicking. You know, if you're innocent or whatever, guilty or whatever, you're gonna start panicking. Reconstruct the facts. The kidnap. Yeah, so this will be this first one. Kidnapper enters through the front door. No, maybe this is what he does. Yeah, ladder first. This will be last. But Goes up the stairs. Kidnaps little Daisy. I'm good at this fucking weird shit, aren't I?
No rookie mistake there. The kidnapper places a ladder under the window to Daisy's room. Then he joins the party, just one guest in the crowd. He somehow knows when Suzanne leaves the room, then sneaks upstairs. He opens Daisy's window, carries her down the ladder, and vanishes.
Yeah, but what? Doesn't make sense how she didn't like scream or something. Suffering mother. Call Mrs. Moyu's mother to check her alibi. Okay, so what's the number? 1? Oh, I have no idea. How does this work? How do I call this? How do I call this number? Oh wait, hang on. What's her mother's name? She didn't even call her mum. Suzanne Moy called. Maybe she did. What's the number? 41355. What am I supposed? Am I supposed to do the last bit of the number? Yeah, because one of these numbers. So it has to be one of the bottom two, doesn't it? 55. We'll try. It's got to be 2140. Because that's the only one that no one else called. There you go. No hints.
That is a great detective job.
Fucking back, man. Fucking hurts. I'm back, man. Bad back, man.
This time. Please hang up and dial again. Or contact your service provider.
The number Suzanne called is not in service? A hospital?
We just quickly check something outside the window again. Give me a second. There's a delivery van here, but it hasn't knocked here. I think it knocked next door. But just give me a second. Basically, it's AstroTurf. We've got some AstroTurf delivered to the house, but for some reason he's delivered it, but he's knocking on next door. He's knocking at next door's house, so probably delivering it to the wrong fucking house. I had the mic muted, didn't I? I'm an idiot. I completely had the mic muted. I'll re-say what I said again. My mum ordered this. It was lucky that I was listening out because he rung the bell and I didn't know that it had to be signed for. Mum told me it didn't have to be signed for. It did need to be signed for. It was a good thing I was listening out because the bell don't even work. Yeah, had it muted. Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. So yeah, high quality AstroTurf. It was lucky I was listening out for it. Sorry about having the mic muted there, but yeah. Stream fails. This is fucking heavy. This is one of the reasons why I don't like muting the mic, to be honest. It's just pointless me muting it. I'm just taking this into the kitchen. Yeah, some proper high quality AstroTurf, that, to be honest, but he rang the bell and the bell did not work. So it was a good thing. He was, for some reason, he knocked at next door as well. I don't know why. But yeah, it was a good thing I was listening out because that would have been a nightmare to deal with. But for some reason, Mum told me it didn't need to be signed for. But it did need to be signed for, so that weren't true. Alright, I'm very, very sorry about all of that. Did I do the call? What happened? I can't remember what I was doing now. Mrs. Moorey's call.
I spoke with Suzanne.
I'm itchy now. Pick that up. That
That's why you
AstroTurf.
didn't see her when you went to check on Daisy.
Yes, her mother. I tried to call the poor woman earlier that week, but the hospital said she's been in a medically induced coma for more than 2 months.
Suzanne
So she's
said
fucking lying then.
Mother. But she would have known her mother was in a coma.
Yeah, if she's been in a coma for 2 months, come on. I will only probably be playing this for another hour. The only reason for that is I want to do more another stream. If you're up for it, Sam, I can do another stream of Crime Scene Cleaner a little bit later, possibly maybe 8 o'clock, and do one mission. So far, like these streams have gone on a bit too long. They've gone to like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and then it's like it doesn't leave me a lot of room to do another stream. It's nice to do two games. It's nice to do 2 games a day, so I will be probably ending this a little bit early. What will the time be? Yeah, it'll be 6 o'clock, and then everyone has dinner at 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? So everyone can have their dinner at 6 o'clock, and then about 8 o'clock we'll start off Crime Scene Cleaner. I like to try and do things to the hour and do it properly. Once you start playing at 6 o'clock and so on, everyone's having dinner, they're doing things and that, and I don't want to do that.
I should see if the Armstrongs can confirm what Suzanne told me. I should see if the
I've got to talk to... Who have I got to talk to? The dad? Let's go talk to the dad then, because I feel like that's what the game's asking me to do. Alright, we've got 2 things here. The schedule.
Did you see Miss Moreau during the party?
I remember seeing her at some point, but otherwise no. I was too busy with my guests. Wear the smile, shake the proffered hand.
Yeah. The phone call.
Ms. Moreau told me she called her mother.
Well, why not? I believe they are very close, and the poor woman is not well. She needs some experimental treatment that isn't available.
But she's in a coma. But she's in a coma.
Take whatever time you need.
But she's in a fucking coma. Alright, we've got to go back up and talk to her again. I think a lot of people moaned in the Steam reviews about this part of the game, saying there was a lot of backtracking or it was just kind of pointless and they didn't really want to do it. I'm not really that bothered with it. I think it's actually quite good. But I can see what people probably were annoyed about, having to talk to her, talk to the wife, go back, talk to the dad.
The number you called that night is no longer in service.
My brother's coming down now. I'll probably have to tell him about the AstroTurf.
That's the number the hospital gave me to call my mother's room.
Yeah, I'll pause it. Yeah, so I'll just mute it a sec. Yeah, right now we're just testing the bell because the bell weren't working. I'm back. Sorry about that. Phone call.
You told me you were on the phone with your mother when Daisy was abducted.
As we said earlier, I didn't pay attention and was on the phone longer than I said. But since my mother is very ill,
She come out of the
she had to
coma?
leave her hometown, Lyon, because the treatment is not approved yet in France. She is in an hospital in Boston for a special treatment. I call her every night to check on her. When I came back, Daisy was gone. I'll never...
If she does do that every single night, well, that's less suspicious, isn't it? Because she does it every single night. But can we confirm that? I didn't pay attention. I was on the phone longer than I said. My mother is very ill. She's in hospital. But I don't know if that's true. I think the dad said something downstairs. I call her every night to check on her. When I came back, Daisy was gone. I'll never forgive myself. Well, that's obviously true. I call her every night. I don't know if that's true or not. My mother, maybe this one.
Come on, Joanna. You can do better.
Are you sure you called your mother?
Yes, every night since she was admitted in December.
Paying for her mother's
Your
care.
mother had to leave a country renowned for its social security, where healthcare is affordable, and go to Boston for expensive, specialized treatment. I imagine that the cost of her care must be high.
Yeah,
Did
so we
you
needed
think
the
your
ransom money from the
boyfriend
girl.
would pay for your mother's care?
How can you think that
Bit
I would
fucked
allow
up to say,
Daisy to
though.
be kidnapped for money? She's like my daughter. I could never imagine such a thing.
Her reaction seemed sincere.
Well, yeah, did she come into the money? Is she suddenly come into a load of money out of nowhere? Is her mother's care suddenly being paid for out of nowhere with money?
Suzanne, I checked. The number you say is a hospital appears to be disconnected. That's pretty strange, don't you think?
It's always worked in the past.
The area code for Boston is 617. This was 413. That's our local area code.
She's obviously lying, but why? She seems to really care about Daisy.
She's just an idiot.
Suzanne, I think you really care for Daisy. If you do,
Good cop, bad cop
then
time.
tell me the truth. You can't have been calling your mother while she's in a coma.
My mom really is in a hospital in Boston. She really is in a coma. I wasn't calling her. I was on the phone with my boyfriend, Noah.
Why lie about it? Why are you panicking?
That is a retarded thing to lie about.
I haven't heard from him since the night of the kidnapping. I'm afraid he's somehow connected to Daisy's disappearance. That he was just using me.
Then you should have
somehow.
said this right at the beginning.
I swear I talked
You should have
to
just said this right at the beginning.
for more like 30 minutes that night. So he couldn't have kidnapped Daisy at the same time we were talking.
Well, no.
Could have kept
But you could have said all
hostage so
this.
someone else could take Daisy.
Yes, you can see why I lied. Can't you? I was afraid you'd suspect me of having something to do with it. You can understand that, can't you?
But think about it. What she should have said is, well, normally I don't call my mum because she's in a coma, but I was on the phone call with my boyfriend for 30 minutes, and during that time, that's when it happened. I don't normally take phone calls that long, but I'm a woman, I'm in a relationship, I'm in love, and then this happened. I'm a bit worried to know if he's like involved or not. Say it right from the get-go. Don't lie and make stuff up and say, because why would you make all this shit up? What's the point? Excuse me.
Suzanne, I want to
Need a
believe
fucking
you,
drink.
but you've made it harder to find Daisy. Do you realize that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, she should be fired from her job.
What's most important is not what you've done, but what you do now. Go. I'll be back to talk to you. No more lies, Suzanne. For Daisy, no more.
No,
lies.
it should be now you should give her the ultimatum that if you lie once more, you're going to become a prime suspect, and then they won't lie anymore.
Girl, I am on this case now, whether my captain wants me to be or not.
Oh my god, I've got to go through all these books. Comment Ben Casino. Oh, it's French. It's French. It's right, Ratatouille. If anyone's ever seen Ratatouille, that's quite... if you've never seen Ratatouille, that's a good movie, go watch it. Paris Walter, French-English Dictionary. What the hell is all this shit? Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, the new film looks absolute garbage. Motley Mule Detective. Wasn't this... This is the book she said she was reading, her. So we've confirmed that she did have this book and that she was reading it. So that's not a lie as of right now. That book does exist.
A locked diary? Let's see if I can shine some light on its secrets. A locked diary?
Oh, I know.
Let's see if I can...
These look like books of Shrek. Like the Shrek book. You guys probably know what I'm getting at. But what does it mean by I can't open it? So I need a key. Where's a key? Key hidden in here somewhere? Oh, what's that? N. I was going to say something really bad then. I was going to say something really bad.
Card from the florist. It's signed N.
Near. It's Near from Death Note. Christ, this camera shit is really annoying. Victor Hugo. Huh. That was good. That was really good. What do you think of this book?
What's in the glass case?
Freaking, what's his name? What's the Osborne glasses? Box of tissues. Don't know what these would have been used for.
I expect Suzanne must have gone through a lot of tissues these past weeks. An Eiffel Tower keychain, but no key.
Isn't that convenient? There's no key for it for me to open that diary with.
A jewelry box. By the size, I'm guessing earrings.
Can I open it up? Am I not allowed to open it up? Okay then. Have I looked at everything in the room? I think so. I think we've looked at everything in the room, so here we go. She's now gone. She's downstairs now. She's just standing. Are they all downstairs? The nanny's downstairs. Let's go speak to the wife. I don't know if I can go in this door. No, can't go in that door. Right, let's speak to the wife.
Can you tell me anything about Suzanne's boyfriend?
I know she dated our chauffeur for a while. There was someone else she'd met recently, but I don't recall his name.
Probably should have thought about all of this. Do you know what I'm saying? The bouquet of flowers. Yeah, the flowers in her room has the N tag on it. Key is in the jewelry box. Of course it is, but it wouldn't let me open. It wouldn't let me open up the jewelry box. I don't think I was spinning it around. And it wouldn't open it. But thanks, Sam. I'll have a look if I get stuck.
Who gave them to you?
The gardener. They're getting pretty wilted, but I hate to throw them away.
The gardener.
Tell me about your boyfriend. Have you been together long?
My boyfriend? Why? He doesn't have anything to do with this.
Please, Suzanne, the sooner you answer my question, the sooner we'll be done.
His name is Noah Garrity. I met him at a Lunar New Year party in Great Barrington. He is a kind and caring person, although, well, I miss him. He had to go away on business. He should be back.
Right, let's check out this jewelry box thing. Right, hang on, I'll speak to the dad maybe. There might be more stuff.
Know anything about Miss Moreau's boyfriend?
Her boyfriend? I know she went out with someone for a while there. More recently, I saw a man in a 4x4 who would pick her up on her nights off. He never got out of his car, just waited for her. She did seem to spend
the tracks were a 4x4, weren't they?
These past few weeks, but she worked hard. We weren't going to begrudge her what free time she had. Since the abduction, she keeps pretty much to herself.
I won't be long.
How do they not think that that's kind of not suspicious, though? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, the file was about the tire tracks, wasn't it? Here.
These tire tracks could well be from Suzanne's boyfriend's 4x4.
There you go.
The detective gets it right.
Open the locked book. Learn more about the boyfriend. Search the Mrs. Moyes' room. Well, apparently I've still... Right, so... Do I speak to him again?
I won't be long.
Do I go check... Or maybe I have to go outside and check the tyre marks. But if you say it's in the box... I couldn't open the box. I don't know why. I don't want the flower. Oh, now it does. Now it lets it. What the fuck?
Why put a key in a jewelry box?
I mean, good point, but, you know, I've seen Coraline and there was a load of keys in a drawer and we all know what happened about that. Let's get this book and let's reveal all the dark, disgusting secrets, shall we? There's a perverted side of me that does, like, I do find the idea of, like, just reading through loads of women's diaries to see what they have in there. I don't know why, I just feel like it'd be kind of interesting. You're fucking open.
Doesn't work.
Other way.
That doesn't work.
Okay, what the hell do I have to do here? Like, why is this so annoying?
That doesn't work.
Anybody know why this doesn't work? Why this key for some reason does not work where it's supposed to go?
That does.
Switch key around. Oh, you can do that. What the yeah, I don't know why. I have got no idea why. I didn't even know you could reverse. It didn't even say you could rotate. It didn't even say you could rotate it. It doesn't say you can rotate it. Fuck me. Thank you, Sam. Jesus Christ.
You haven't told me.
Sam's a better detective than I am. Day at the park with Noah. I can tell he's opening up more and more with me. He said how he wanted to kidnap a little girl called Daisy. I chatted on and on about my job. I told him how much I liked the Armstrongs, especially Daisy. I really feel like he's invested in our relationship. That kind of man is so rare these days. Okay. Valentine's Day. Noah and I went to the Blue Dragon, our favourite restaurant, for lunch. It was wonderful at first, but then something happened. Noah received a text message. I don't know what it was, but he said he had to leave. He wouldn't say anything else. Instead, we went away somewhere in the mountains. Finally, we arrived at a cabin in the middle of nowhere, and he told me to stay in the car. Not very romantic for Valentine's Day. Does this not sound suspicious? Noah gave me flowers. Wait, when was the dates? January the 14th, 2019. January 23rd. Noah gave me flowers. He is usually very attentive, but despite everything, I felt he was more distant today. I hope he is well. I would like to be more present or pleasant for him, but I don't want to interfere in his private life. March 15th, 2019. It's been a while since I wrote in this diary. I
can see why Suzanne didn't tell me everything about this, Noah. It's clear when he disappeared that she realized something was very wrong.
And I think in the last time, I don't know why I clicked that. I will write in it. I thought it was going to, I do know why I clicked it. I thought it was going to pop the text up, make it easier for me to read. And I haven't heard from them. I like the handwriting though. I could not write for shit like this. And it was night Daisy was taken. He talked and talked. I left Daisy too long, and now she's gone. I thought he loved me, but he just never called again or anything. As soon as after Daisy's gone, he stops talking to the nanny. He hasn't replied to my messages since the night Daisy I'm lost. It's my fault. Daisy is gone. I didn't watch over her. Man, fucking say this. Say this. Why is she protecting him? He doesn't even love her. He doesn't even care about her. It's not like they're still together. He has stopped messaging you the moment Daisy is gone. How about you immediately tell the detectives this? How about you immediately make this fucking information known? Because it's suspicious as shit. Oh my god, people are so fucking stupid, man. This game is making me toxic. I feel very toxic today, to be honest. Salty. But maybe other people will be like, no, you're alright, Connor, you're correct. I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking, you know? I'm the voice of you lot. Right, we need to definitely go and fucking question her about this shit. It's in Feb, not Jan. Did I say the wrong month? Did I say the wrong month? Did I say February? But instead I said January.
Tread marks of a four-wheel drive vehicle were found outside the garden on the night of the kidnapping. Noah drives one, doesn't he? Where is he, Suzanne? If you know anything more about him, you have to tell me.
I know what you're thinking, but it's impossible. He was...
Yeah, because he wanted something out of it.
Did anything to make me suspicious.
Yeah, but then he stopped talking to you.
To the movies. Just like a normal couple.
Yeah, because he was trying to get close to the house that you were in.
Who drives that kind of car?
Fucking hell. I know what you're thinking, but it's impossible. He was very nice to me. I don't think that's true. He never did anything to make me suspicious. That's not true. She took him... He took her to that cabin on Valentine's Day. We went out to eat, to the movies, just like a normal couple. That also isn't true, I think, because they were constantly distant. He's not the only man in the Berkshire who drives that kind of car. I'm gonna say this one.
You really didn't notice anything strange about Noah until he vanished?
He could get moody at times, as if he had a lot on his mind.
Some people really make it harder for some cases and protect people when they shouldn't have. I don't understand it. If you're with someone for 10 years in a relationship, I can completely understand you withholding certain information, not wanting to believe something. Like let's say she was dating this boyfriend for a couple of years. You probably wouldn't think anything suspicious, or you would not think that. You think, yeah, he stopped messaging me after Daisy disappeared, but we were dating for years. Maybe you could see, chalk it up to the fact that maybe he thinks you're involved, so he wants to separate from you because he doesn't want to be involved in this whole child disappearing thing. I think I'd be a little bit like that. If I was dating a woman, a nanny, and then the child went missing, I would freak the fuck out. I would be like, holy shit, I am now the boyfriend of this woman, of this, who's like this, she's meant to be babysitting this child. The child's gone missing. They're going to fucking think I'm a suspect soon. And then I'd just probably end the relationship immediately, which would probably look suspicious. So it's a tough one, isn't it? Because people do make things more difficult. This is a case of absolutely making things more difficult. He stopped messaging her straight away. She wasn't even seeing him that long. He stopped messaging her as soon as after Daisy disappeared. That's suspicious as shit, and she should have said something about it. It's not like they were together for like a long time and it just naturally faded off. It all points to, you should have probably mentioned about this right away from the fucking beginning.
Anything odd about the day you went to the movies?
No, nothing. People do that on dates.
I have to ask, Suzanne. We have to cover everything.
Valentine's Day was weird.
You say that Noah took you to a cabin in the mountains on Valentine's Day.
You read my diary?
I'm sorry, but we have to find Daisy. We both want that. So yes, I looked in your diary.
You're right. He took me to a cabin in the woods. I waited for him in the car. He came out after a few minutes. He was very sweet and...
The cabin in the woods is probably where Daisy is right now.
Explained. We went back to the restaurant for dessert.
Did you ever go back to the cabin with him?
No, never.
So what made Noah drive all the way to a cabin in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, because he's planning the route out.
This is important.
He was trying to figure out, this is my opinion, he was trying to figure out, how long it would probably take to get her there. He's probably planning the route out. He wants to not make it suspicious. He wants an alibi sort of thing. It doesn't fully make sense of why he would take the nanny to it, because then she's now telling the police about it, but maybe he never thought she would say anything about it. Still, a lot of this makes no fucking sense.
I can use Suzanne's directions to the cabin and compare them to the map of the area I have in my car.
Okay, so do I talk to anybody else or do I leave now?
Take whatever.
Right, let's go out and let's have a look at what's the time we're at. Okay, we've still got about 40 minutes. And probably 10 of them have been me. This is quite nice, isn't it? I mean, apart from the blurry pixelated background, this looks like quite a nice place to live. What was I supposed to be doing again? Looking for... I got distracted. Wait, have I got to go in the... I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Look for something to do with tyre tracks. Find the location of the cabin. Okay, so I guess we have to do that in the car. God, my nose is really fucking itching. The map. That's it, the map. The 2018 map.
Thanks to the information Suzanne gave me, I should be able to find the cabin on this map.
Right, first of all, it's in the middle of the woods. Why are all these cabins marked on it? Oh, because of the they're registered. Okay, land registered. Rural area is that like weird green color. Forest and parks. From what we know, it was in a forest, wasn't it? Or was it a woods? Or is it the same thing? I don't really remember the road, but I know that we left town, then crossed 2 bridges and some thick woods, then passed a cornfield on the left, then just trees and more trees. Finally, we stopped outside the cabin. So let's just do... We left town. Well, this is town, isn't it? So where's the bridge? Or is it this town? Is it here? I don't want to have to use a hint.
Doesn't really match. Probably not here. That can't be the right place. That doesn't really match. Probably not here. That can't be the right place. That doesn't really match. That can't be the right place. Probably not here. That doesn't really match. Probably not here. That can't be the right place. That doesn't really match. That can't be the right place. I've got it. The cabin has to be here. I have to find that cabin. I hope I'm not too late.
Man, I got it first go. Got it first try. That was impressive, wasn't it? To be fair, I fucking thought it was going to be one of those when I first saw it, but I thought, nah, it's going to be in the corners. It's going to be everywhere but where I clicked. The last one. Hercule is one of Agatha Christie's most famous long-running characters. Yeah, we read that. Read that in the first part. 33 novels, 2 plays, 51 short stories. Absolutely bonkers. Is it going to be night time when we return? Oh, we're heading to the we're heading to the cabin area. Is that where we're heading now? I need to save, by the way. I need to save. I almost forgot about that. And now I'm panicky. Whenever I know I need to save, panic. Panic, panic, panic. Quickly save, quickly save, quickly save. Can't save. Can't save, panic. March 29th, 2019, 10 PM. That's like a horror game. I wonder if it'll be creepy.
Here's this famous cabin.
Yeah, we're on chapter 3 now. Look at that, look.
Let's investigate. Noah brought Suzanne to this dump on Valentine's Day? What a romantic.
I mean, she said that herself, didn't she? She literally said that herself, like, why was I took... I mean, I bet some women would love to be took to a cabin in the middle of the woods. They probably wouldn't even mind being chained up and all the rest of it. You know what people are like with their fetishes and everything. But just speaking like in a normal way, a cabin in the woods is kind of cool, really.
That window is too high to see through.
Well, we're checking the outside.
The wall is sturdy enough. I could climb on it.
Skills. It's barred. The window's barred. Oh, maybe I'm just looking through.
Ugh, an old hunting trophy starting to molt.
I hate hunting trophies. I hate people that I'm not gonna go on a big rant about it, but I just don't see the need to like just go out and hunt animals for sport and stick their heads and mount them on the wall. I'd much prefer that animal being alive, walking about, doing its own thing, than it being hunted for sport.
Somebody has been here lately.
We found the cat toy. That's her cat toy. That's the little girl's cat toy. The stuffed toy that the mum talked about, and we've seen it in pictures.
It's Daisy's plush toy. If Fluffy is here, the kidnapper has been here. I have to get inside this cabin.
Why the fuck would you leave that? Why would you leave that piece of evidence? I just don't get it. Why would you leave that evidence? The music. Have you heard the music pick up?
The broom isn't sturdy enough to force the door. I'm not getting through this door by wishing it open.
What do you want me to do then? Put a fucking axe through it? They do want me to put an axe through it.
Perfect.
They do want me to put an axe through it. Man, I'm getting so good at being a detective, I even know what's being planned. Some action, by the way. We're seeing some action. Yeah, get the blue gloves out. You know, shit's getting real when the blue gloves come out.
A broken door to investigate. No need for a warrant.
If we did get into a physical confrontation, I'm getting my ass kicked. Simple as that.
People seem to have played here before.
I mean, she also has no idea if it's multiple kidnappers. Might not be just one person. She could be literally walking into, like, getting murdered. This is really creepy, isn't it? This looks like a proper scary horror game.
The stove is cold. Nobody's been here recently. A lot of tools. I guess somebody noticed the cabin was about to fall down. Some boxes. I wonder what they were used for.
Are they skis? Who the hell is skiing? Who is skiing? Hairbrush. It's got DNA, a daisy on it.
That's a woman's hairbrush. Did Suzanne actually come in here after all?
Oh, that is too close. 3892. Probably going to have to remember that. If you want, Sam, type that in, but I don't know if we have to. I have no idea if it's important or not. 3892.
This bottle comes from the Blue Lagoon.
The Goo Lagoon in SpongeBob. Golden Stash. The Golden Stash.
The gold mustache.
Kind of an inappropriate time to be saying that, isn't it, really? Like, oh, I own a golden mustache. Oh, yeah, Daisy's plush toy.
It's Fluffy, no doubt about it.
Oh, we've rescued you, Fluffy. Don't you worry about it. I'll bring you back home. Yeah, we didn't find Daisy, but we rescued Fluffy, so it's all good. 38. Yeah, thank you, Sam.
It's Fluffy, no doubt about it.
Just make sure that that code is correct. 3892. 3892, yeah. I don't know if it's going to do anything. It most likely isn't. Am I supposed to pick up the toy? Take it I'm supposed to pick up the toy then.
It's Fluffy.
Right, well, why can't I take it? Can I not do anything? Is that it? Maybe we'll go back to the car. Oh, surely you'd want me to take the toy, right? I'm pretty sure the parents want me to bring that toy back. All right, let's just leave the toy then. Okay then. Or not? What? I have to look for clue. Well, so we haven't done it yet. Is this something kind of... The floor under the sofa looks a bit off. Oh. Oh. The floor under the sofa. Does look a bit off, doesn't it? It could be just the floorboards. Oh, no, you are right. What the fuck?
Scratched and worn in this area. The sofa must have been moved a lot.
I probably would have been here ages trying to figure that out. This is getting dark. This is getting fucked up. Man, I'd be terrified of what I'd find down here. You know, like her body, or she's chained up, or oh, it'd be horrible. I'd be fucking sweating.
Damn.
Is that a bomb?
If I move, it could go
Shit.
off, and that countdown tells me it wants to go off anyway.
We're dead. I think we might be dead. I think we might be dead, because I can't figure this out. I don't even know how, like, what combination it needs to be. Oh, these have all got to match up, haven't they, somehow? How do we get these to match up? Did I do it? No. Alright, we'll have a quick look at a hint. The symbol of the three wheels must coincide, which I guessed. The symbol 5 does not match any of the other wheels. Okay. Does that mean that we have to put symbol 5 on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is that the only one we don't do? 2 dots for bottom, left to match. Fuck. The top wheel has the symbol 3 facing up. These hints don't even really help, to be honest. So that faces up. Symbol 5 doesn't work whatsoever. I think we might be dead. Oh, no, we're alive. We did it. No, there's still more. Come on, man. No way there is still more. I'm not a bomb expert. Oh my fucking God. What are we looking at here?
Since I'm telling this story to you, Mr. Poirot, you should be able to deduce I didn't blow myself up. Let's see if I can remember how I defused the bomb.
Was that supposed to happen? I've got no idea. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh, I guess I'm blowing myself up again. This is gonna be so annoying. We're gonna see this every time. I'm just going to probably do hints, because what's the point? Like, I don't know how to fucking fuse bombs.
Mr. Poirot, let's see if I can remember how...
Is the actual, like, timer thing legit, or is it just, like, in your head? Do I have to do... Do I do the bottom one and then flip it? Oh, this is the wiring, but I still don't get it. Let's just look at a hint to see what I have to disconnect the cable with the flashing light. For the second module, I have to disconnect the bottom cable. Okay, we'll leave the third hint then. So the flashing light, disconnect the one that's flashing. Can't even remember what the second hint was now. This does not help me whatsoever. Maybe this one. No. Piece of shit game. Piece of shit. Piece of fucking shit. Like, there is no need to make this. Why do we have to do this bomb defusing shit? Why do we have to do it? Why can I not just leave the cabin? Let it blow up. And this is annoying because we have to look at this every single time. I'm just going to look at fucking hints because
Let's see it.
we've got to see that every single time. That is really annoying. For the third model, I have to disconnect the middle cable. For the second model, I have to disconnect the bottom. So second, bottom, third, middle. Now I've got 2 chances for this one. I've got one. I think it's the it's the bottom one. Or not? What the fuck? What? Why? Why, man? This game really fucking aggravates me with it's like you're just guessing. So the middle one. I'm gonna try and see if I can. Whoops. Now I know what ones it is. I need to try and figure out how this makes sense. I still don't understand it. I still don't get it. I think it's literally all just guessing. It's so fucking stupid. The top one is the top wire. Yeah, I've got no idea how that makes sense though. Like how the wiring makes sense. Such a piece of shit. Now I've got to do this shit as well. And the fucking timer. I have to free the battery by unlocking the pistons that block it. The first switch does not need to be used. Starting from the top, just press the second, third and fourth switch. Yeah, I'm an expert.
So far, so
I just don't care, honestly, I just don't care.
This would have ended my investigation right here.
The reason why is because I'm streaming and the loading screen is annoying as hell. That's why. Too annoying to keep working it out.
Damn. I think these are filled to the brim with diethyl ether. Incredibly flammable. It looks like the kidnappers wanted to utterly destroy this place and whoever opened this house.
This is a bigger scale than just a random kidnapper. This is multiple people.
I have to open it.
That could be booby-trapped as well.
Oh no. Daisy. No.
What is it?
My discovery of the body.
Her body is in there.
Protect the site for forensics.
Bro, her body is in the case. That is messed up. The whole time we're walking around the cabin, the body's just there. Imagine how many people might have missed that or slept in that cabin. Oh, that's dark.
Testing for fluids, DNA, any clues science can uncover.
Why the fuck the retard left the toy in there and didn't wipe off the marks of the sofa? You know, you could have probably done something to get rid of the marks of the sofa, not have the toy in there, get rid of some evidence. There's so many things that could have been done.
Remove Daisy's body. The autopsy would take.
What a sick bastard.
But I had one more stop to make.
Yeah, I've now got to tell the freaking parents. Did I take the toy or not? Night time now. This is going to be horrible. I'm glad I didn't have to do the dialogue. I'm glad they're just fading it out. Because it's going to be depressing as shit to have to talk about. Right, well, we've gathered that the little girl was murdered. She is dead. The boyfriend of the nanny most likely is involved. The cabin was where they were plotting to use shit. He was obviously using her. She probably didn't know.
Swore to find the monster who killed that child.
So are they trying to say Mr. Ratchet was the child kidnapper? Is that what they're saying? Orient Express, December the 17th, 2023, 11:12 a.m.
Ratchet on train saw me? How? Daisy.
Delirium.
She was awake?
And then she collapsed again.
I take the responsibility. She was weaker than I realized.
Based.
Lie still while I examine you. Pupils dilated?
I'm all right.
Why is he checking?
You are far from all right.
What's he checking?
Your pulse is very weak.
Let me just test your pulse. That's fucked. That's fucked. What I just said.
Finish my story.
Man, I'm so gonna get cancelled.
Can't escape.
Have no fear of that, mademoiselle. Ratchet will not escape.
Probably a good way of testing a woman's pulse, actually. It probably is a good way of finding out the pulse, like how warm or cold they are.
But I
Should probably make that an actual thing into the medical, like get it medically, like a
I have
thing.
completed my preliminary examination of the deceased. I think that it will interest you.
Indeed it will, and I have other witnesses to interrogate. You are right. Let's not put this poor woman in danger. There will be plenty of time for her to finish her story when she has recovered. By all means, tell me the results of your examination.
Well, she felt very tight. So she is American. She looks 18, and she is a private investigator. She is a police detective. Oh, she is 32, apparently. She does not look 32 to me, but okay. I cannot apparently take ages very well. When it comes to women, I do not know their ages very well. That's fucking concerning. Time of death.
Estimate the time of death?
Rigor mortis was advanced, but not complete. I estimate the death occurred between midnight and 2 in the morning.
So why was the watch smashed at 1:15?
Statements I've collected so far.
Cause of death was obviously being fucking stabbed to death.
What is the cause of death?
Multiple stab wounds to the upper torso. It's odd there are no signs of a struggle. That might indicate one of the first wounds was enough to kill him.
It seems that Monsieur Ratchet had taken sleeping pills during the night.
Ah, that would explain the lack of defensive wound.
Well, maybe he didn't know he was taking sleeping pills, like I said.
Mr. McQueen and Mr. Masterman told me that Monsieur Ratchet didn't smoke. Can you confirm this?
I can't say.
But he might vape, though.
Extensive post-mortem.
Just because he doesn't smoke, that doesn't mean he won't vape. There are people I know that vape that have never smoked, especially children. They vape because of the flavors and all the rest of it, and they think it's cool.
What can you tell me about the stab wounds?
I counted 12 in all. 1 or 2 are so slight as to be practically scratches. On the other hand, at least 3 would be capable of causing death. The angle of the wounds is instructive. Most appear to have been struck by a right-handed person. But you see this one, under the right armpit. It's not a deadly blow, given the depth, but a right-hander couldn't have done it. It was most certainly struck with the left hand.
So, our murderer is left-handed. No, it is more difficult than that.
Alright, okay. There are people out there, like my mum, she's ambidextrous, so she can use both her right and left hand. So what you could be looking at is someone using their right hand to do majority of the stabbings, but their left hand is their main hand. So either you've got, well, you know, I'm not going to say, because I don't want to spoil anything, but at the same time, I feel like that is kind of odd. Like, to have that many stab wounds with the right and then one be the left, it either someone is faking the amount of stabs that's happened to the torso by one person.
Is it not?
As you say, Mr. Poirot, some of these other blows are just as obviously right-handed.
The body has been moved or multiple killers. I'm going to say multiple killers.
Do we have a first and second murderer, as the great Shakespeare would put it? The first murderer stabs his victim and exits left, turning off the light. Then a second murderer comes in the dark, does not see his or her work has been done, and stabs a dead body.
That's a bit far. I was thinking 2 people stabbing the guy to death, one holding him and one stabbing, and maybe one did a fatal blow to finish him off. I wasn't thinking that someone come in there and murdered him and then someone else came in to murder him, but it's already been murdered. It was too late and it was stabbing him to death, but he'd already been murdered. I wasn't thinking that.
Magnificent.
You think so? I'm glad. It sounds to me a little like nonsense.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor. Excellent work under difficult circumstances. Please let me know when I may speak again with Mademoiselle Locke.
Of course.
What is the best way to find out who is a vape smoker? Ask passengers if they like the taste of bananas. That sounds weird. Ask passengers if they smoke. Offer passengers a cigarette. Man, this is actually hard. This is actually a hard one because, first of all, you've got someone that might know about the vape thing that will just lie. So if you ask, do you like the taste of bananas, they might not remember the vape being banana flavoured. They might not remember that. But even if they say yes, does it narrow it down to the amount of people? Ask passengers if they smoke. That still doesn't help because some people might vape even if they don't fucking smoke. I don't know why this is a thing in this game. Or offer passengers a cigarette. And if they turn it down, or then you just narrow down the people that smoke. But people that are smoking don't vape. You either vape or you smoke. I don't know, the top one. So stupid. This is so stupid. Second one. Middle one.
That's certainly a good place to start.
What is the best way to find out who is a vape smoker? Recall a conversation about vapes or cigarettes. Ask Butte to remember who smokes a vape. Remember people I've seen smoking. Just this one. Okay, I guess not. Top one. The bottom one.
Yes, I have personally seen some passengers.
But that doesn't mean that they vape just because they smoke. Sam, if you were to do it, right, you would prefer vaping than smoking, right? Even though I think vaping is actually worse for you because I'm pretty sure vaping is probably worse for you than smoking because at least tobacco is a plant, where vaping is like some weird fucking chemical liquid that you're breathing in. I much prefer smoking than I do vape. I used to love vaping, the taste of it, but I think that's the trick of it. You know, you're literally breathing in this poisonous, like fucking toxic shit. Would you rather vape than smoke? If you say yes, then that proves that even if you don't smoke, that you can vape. But if you do smoke, you're most likely not going to be vaping, you'll be smoking. Why would you vape if you've got tobacco on you? It doesn't make sense. Search the suitcases of all passengers. Oh yeah, search suitcases. No, the top one. It's just stupid. Right, we've got 5 minutes and then we're going to have to end the stream, everyone. So I don't know how much more we're going to be able to get out of this, really. I could end it, to be honest, now. It doesn't have to get to exactly 2 hours, but probably can do quite a bit still within that time.
How is Mademoiselle Locke, Doctor?
Her vital signs are improving, but she is still unconscious.
I understand. Thank you for looking after her.
Tom's coming down probably to do the dinner now as well. Alright. You know what? I'm actually going to end it here, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Very much. I've got to save this, actually. Just give me a sec to make sure that I save it. Mostly this. Yeah, we're on chapter 4 now, by the way. So, yeah, the whole thing with Daisy was pretty cool. I didn't really expect that. I'll be honest. I didn't expect for the game to go into that much detail on that. So we've pretty much done chapter 2, chapter 3, and we're now on chapter 4. I think we've actually just started chapter 4. Yeah, I have a feeling we've just started chapter 4. So I think chapter 4 is going to be us looking for the murder weapon and searching who's this freaking banana vape smoker person and so on. So yeah, this one was a little bit more. I mean, we definitely progressed the story. I wouldn't say it was boring, but it felt like literally for 2 hours all we did was stand in a house for 2 hours. I wouldn't do either, but I assume I would go hand in hand with vaping or smoking. That's true. If I was smoking, I could easily vape. But if I wasn't smoking, you normally vape because it's apparently a healthier alternative. That's what I've been told. So, and that's what I know personally. I know people that have never smoked in their life, but they vape. So him saying we need to look for a smoker, I don't know. The guy said that apparently Mr. Ratchet doesn't like smokers. Okay, but then he might like vaping because he doesn't like the smell of smoke. Vaping is very different than smoking. It smells nice and it tastes nice, but in my opinion, it's a lot more bad for you. So I think Mr. Ratchet was smoking the vape, but then there's no other person to say he did. His secretary and valet has not said that he smokes a vape or anything. So that's unless they're lying, of course. We have no idea at that point. But yeah, thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the stream later tonight when we do Crime Scene Cleaner. Probably if you just want to let me know, Sam, on Discord when you're at a certain time you want me to do it, because I can do it at. I could probably do it at 7. I could do it at 8. I think 8 would be better because I'm going to eat dinner right now and take a couple of hours break. But yeah, I can do Crime Sim Cleaner later tonight, and I'm kind of looking forward to that because I think it's been about three or 4 days since I fucking played it. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting back into it.